but then I don't like buying on the way up. But I suppose you could dollar cost average in. What would you suggest?
Buy whenever you're okay losing that money. That's how you that's how you got to think about it. So whenever I buy Bitcoin, I hold it.
I suppose if they regulate the industry more and like Coinbase can't operate,
it's too late for all of it.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Well, with the Bitcoin ETF, the Ethereum ETF getting approved in the next couple, it's too late. It's too late. El Salvador owns Bitcoin. It's a sovereign nation. You think that they're the only one that is going to ever do it? No.
Is there not?
You now.
Let's go.
Why?
Why? What?
Why have you never made a good investment?
Because I make investments that turn out to be good investments, but for some reason I don't have them anymore once that comes.
So you don't have
fruition.
the balls to hold.
Yeah, it must be.
All right.
So you're lacking balls.
It's a lack of conviction.
I've made some great investments.
So you know how you develop conviction? You know how you develop conviction?
Go on. What's your
knowledge?
Right.
So if you spent the next 100 hours studying Bitcoin and studying where your money currently resides, you would go to Bitcoin.
Yeah, I get that. It is an ignorance thing. I just genuinely don't care enough.
I understand. That's just NPC behavior, and you will deal with the consequences of that inaction.
Are they necessarily consequences though?
But if you can't be bothered, we'll
see when they tell you in a couple of years that you got to get vaccinated again, or they'll freeze your bank account.
No, but what I'll do is I'll just buy some with money that I'm prepared to lose, and then just see what happens, and I don't have to know about it.
Yeah, because you're still looking at it as an investment instead of a new form of money. It's a new form of money.
Yeah, I see it as an investment. I don't know. I do just.
You don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I've always said this.
Yeah, but once again, it's like you need to go through that phase of feeling stupid to then become knowledgeable. And there's certain things that are ROI positive to be knowledgeable about. Like if you're expending life force, time, energy, and attention to generate money, can you hold that invested time, energy, and attention in the year 2050? Can you retain that energy that you've instilled? Because energy can either be created or destroyed. It can only be what? Transformed. Second law of thermodynamics. The entire world is bound by natural law. Fiat isn't, which means it's corrupted. Doesn't work because you're creating something out of thin air. That can't do that. It's against natural law, which means the system will implode. So under that premise, knowing that energy that can either be created or destroyed, it can only be transformed. What are you transforming your energy into? You need to transform your energy into something that can't be printed more of. So you take your energy and you store it in Bitcoin, instead of taking your energy and storing it in fiat, because fiat can get printed out of thin air, because it actually requires physical energy to mine a Bitcoin right now.
I actually get more worried when I have the money in my bank account and I'm going over a threshold and I think, to be honest with you, this isn't going to be covered. I'd rather hold it in Bitcoin because I feel safer there.
Why isn't it going to be covered?
Because of the insurance and everything. There's only so much you can hold in different banks.
Because you're not holding anything.
Yeah.
Because banks do not deposit money. You do not deposit money into the banks. When you give the money in the bank, you're loaning the bank money. That's why you have an interest return. Once you get an interest return, that money is no longer an asset, it's a liability. And then they take that liability and they create credit. They are in the business of buying and selling securities. They're not in the business of storing your money. So once you understand that they're not in the business of storing your money, then you need to store your money. So what are you going to store your money into? Monopoly, paper that they've been told brings value, or you're going to find an alternative system. The intelligent person that values their time, energy, and attention, because it's a finite resource and they want to maintain that into the near future, they will find an alternative system. How you're thinking isn't bad. It's just you can't think that way because it's no longer 1915.
There's a lot of people going to buy Bitcoin, then they keep their money on the exchanges. Do you use like a ledger or something?
Yeah, you have to be in custody of your own funds at all times.
Like the FTX situation wiped a lot of money from people, so they probably feel a certain way about crypto at the moment.
Not your keys, not your crypto. If you put your money where it doesn't have your own custody, just like a bank, just like an exchange, they can take it.